Fannie and Freddie, boy, are they cracking the whip. They're putting down the hammer. I don't know what's going on, guys. They're taking cash out, 0 to 12 months. They got all these LLPAs, which stand for loan level pricing adjustments, that we're going to go through. I can't even go through all of them. There's so many. Yeah. So this is what happens when we're in this part of the cycle. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, another week with your one and only Kenny Simpson. This is The Brief. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking in. Speaking of checking in, why don't we check in on inventory and see what's going on? Well, guess what, guys? It was at 26 and some change last week. Are we up? Are we down? Oh, we're down. Our reading is 2375. Last week was 2660. We continue to lose homes. We continue to sell more than we're gaining. And just wanted to give you guys a little information. I went back and looked at 2022 compared to 2023. Well, what happened is 2022 definitely started lower, but every month we were gaining. 2023 started higher, and every month we are losing. So we started with over 3,000 listings at the beginning of this year. Now we're down to 23. I mean, we gained 500-600 last year, lost 500-600 this year. We are going in the wrong direction. Sorry, buyers. This is not going to help you. Sellers, depending on what level you're at, you know, those entry-level homes, $1 million homes, not probably the mega big homes. Your stuff's moving. You're getting a lot of offers. You're winning. So buyers, you got to be ready. You know, be ready to submit an offer, clear to close fast, you know, get your shit together, work with a good team. It really helps. It really, really does. But anyways, moving on. The other thing I want to talk about is interest rates this week. How are interest rates doing? They're kind of hanging steady. Look, the jobs number in this inflation story, that's kind of, it's like, I feel like it's a windstorm. It just keeps, it's like comes around and circles around. We got to wait for the data, guys. So I don't know what to tell you. Rates are pretty much flat week over week. We got the big bump. The 10-year was a little bit over 4. Now we're a little bit under 4. So we got to wait. You know, look, we're going to have to get through this next news cycle. Was that jobs report a one-off? I think it was. This inflation story is, I don't think that's correct either. So if we get some better data, it will help rates. So keep the faith. Hopefully those rates are coming down soon. But also this week, we need to talk about the big looming stuff with Fannie and Freddie. The reason why I mention this, guys, is if you're new to this industry, you might not know. So listen, come close, come close. When Fannie and Freddie change stuff, everybody sometimes changes. That's the bad news. So these things I start telling you about, one lender's like, well, why don't I hit you for these on the rate? Why don't I change this? Why don't I do that? Because a lot of people follow Fannie and Freddie for their guidelines. And this, so the 12-month cash out you got to wait for, yeah, there's some circumstances we don't have to wait if you're buying out a partner, or divorce, or things like that. I get it, or consolidating a HELOC from a purchase. Yes, but mainly you buy a property, the equity goes up, you got to wait 12 months. How do you get around it? You might have to do a HELOC or go with another, you know, non-QM or some other portfolio lender. But I'm talking to those guys who are saying, hey, we might be following those guidance too. So I don't know. What are they trying to do with the no cash out? I think it's pretty simple. They're trying to suck the money out of the system. They don't want you to go cash out refi. You take more money, you go spend it. How do you simmer down a heated economy? Just take the money out of it, right? Remember, money in, money out. We've gone over that a million times. Also, let's go rapidly through some of the loan level pricing adjustments. Number one, if your DTI is over 40 and your LTV is over a certain number, you're going to have a hit. 2 to 4 units, there's going to be some hits. Cash out refinances, there's going to be some hits. 720, 740, 760, 780, it all matters now. Above 740 didn't change anything. Now 760, 780, it's going to change things. You know what? If you're kind of in that 700, 720, you're probably going to see more hits on pricing. It's crazy. The lower level 620-ish rates, first time home buyer, they're going to see less hits. So they're taking from you, giving there. We've already been over this. I don't know. There's already the NAR National Realtor Association is writing a letter saying, are you kidding me on some of these hits? The DTI rates are already higher. Are you guys, so basically the rates that's higher, they just keep going higher. Not sure what Fannie's thinking. My guess is they're just trying to chill and kill everything, make it slower. So they're doing everything they can. Why else do you do this? Doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it's slow. There's no refi business. Not sure what they're doing. There's still all those second, you get a second home. Those hits are crazy. That hasn't changed. So still a lot of hits, guys. What else? Cash out 2 to 4, higher LTVs, DTI. What was some good news out this week? Speaking of hits, no hits, let's talk about some good news. The good news is Fannie Mae is going to open up how it looks at appraisals. So I think instead of just looking at one way as traditional appraisal, it's going to be open to, can it get a, can it get like a appraisal waiver, or maybe a drive-by appraisal where they go inspect the house, then come back. So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are opening up to use their brains, which is great, and look at alternative ways to accept appraisals. Look, guys, appraisal's appraisal. What are they looking for on appraisal? They're looking for data. That's why if you're trying to sell a house or trying to refi and you can't get your value, it's because you're probably lacking comps, which is AKA data. So that is the big thing. FHA, we're going from 85 to 80, depending on how much you put down, right? That's the monthly MI rate, down to 50, 55. That's a win. First-time home buyers, that's basic 30% less in your payment. It's going to help. So, what I tell everybody, if you got a 680 and lower, you really got to look at FHA compared to conventional, see which one's better, because that MI rate doesn't change, right? If you have a 620, your MI rate's going to be 55, right? If you put 3.5% down. But if you're going conventional, you have a 620 to 760 FICO. Those MIs are going to fluctuate. The rates are. So FHA might be your better case. I can tell you if you're 660 and below, FHA is probably where you're going to win. And that's where you're going to be. Last but not least, just wrapping up the inventory story. Guys, it's crazy out there. Inventory is going down. And if we don't see some tick up, some massive tick up here in the next few months, I don't know if this is going to be like the worst summer ever for inventory, but there just is not. We're at 2,300. We started the year over 3,000. I went back and looked at my notes just in December 6th, where I have a record on here. There's like 4,000 homes. Now there's 23 something, and we're losing more. So every week I shoot this, you guys see the data. It's worse and worse. I'm not sure what to tell you. We need more inventory, but who wants to sell when, prices are going higher? There's no inventory. So if I sell my home, I can't find one. But also if I'm locked in that 2.5%, 3% rate, makes no sense. I'll just redo my bathroom, my kitchen, my yard, and I'll just stay in my home for another 20 years, right? So it's very tough out there for buyers. The market's really strange. What will create more inventory? People selling, but people that sell, it's death, divorce, partner split up, maybe need some cash, quick cash. Otherwise, people are just chilling. So I don't know what you guys are seeing. What are you seeing? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And again, appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you sharing. Appreciate the feedback. Until next week, we'll keep watching rates. We'll keep watching inventory. And also, I'll give you some new nuggets. What else is coming down the pipeline for, rates and lenders, and maybe some other things we're working on that has to do with ADUs, that how people are winning in San Diego on those investments. But the ADU the ADU value add play is huge here in San Diego. So if you guys don't know about it, I'm going to talk more about the financing, the challenges, appraisal issues, and how to win adding ADUs to your property, whether it's a single family or units. Until then, see you guys next week.